The most powerful thing you should know about brand is association. Association is so key when you are doing a brand. When you're doing a brand, the first thing you should think about is when someone thinks of my name, what words come up? And if the answer is I don't know, you don't have a personal brand. You don't have a strong enough personal brand. And if there's too many words, you don't have enough strong a personal brand. There should always be a leading brand. When you think Hayley Mulenda record, speaker. Because what do? I speak. If you want to be a speaker, you should. What do speakers do? Speakers, they speak. So there's no way that you can say you want to have a speaker in your LinkedIn bio and there's no videos of you speaking. Because the truth is, we're living in a place of so much noise, and what cuts through is precision. When you think about darts, what's the highest point? Bullseye. Smallest on the board? Precision. Do you know what the issue is in terms of personal branding in our generation? Lack of focus. Shiny toy syndrome. Multi-hyphenated. One day you're Bob the Builder, next day you're an inspiring speaker. Be known for something. I'm gonna give you guys some speakers in terms of what they're known for. As bad as you wanna breathe, then you'll be successful. That quote took Eric Thomas to become an 8-figure speaker. That sentence came out in 2005. Why do I say that? It got to a point where you only knew ET for, then you'll be successful. As bad as you want to breathe, you need to want success as bad as you want to breathe. Then you'll be successful. As soon as you think ET, you think motivational speaker. So straight away, whenever they need a motivational speaker, you are thinking Eric Thomas. Why? Because he's in your face with motivation, in your face with motivation. All the biggest NFL stars started using his voiceovers. And now ET became the #1 in terms of motivational speaking. Eyebrows on fleek. Before Clock It was eyebrows on fleek. And now it got to a point where these people who have these sentences become these phenomenons. Everyone knows the Clock It girl because you associate something that's viral with a person. And you've got to think, what is the one thing someone can know me for? Because if you do everything, you won't be known for anything. You have to be known for the one thing. Why do I say the one thing? Because Eric Thomas said, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful in 2005. That's still paying him today. So we have a generation that wants to grow up, but we don't have a generation that wants to grow down. The roots. Whenever you're building a brand, build your roots first. Be in their faces consistently with one message, consistently. One message. If it's sports, be the best at sports. If it's faith, you better be talking about God every day, all day. If it's teaching, talk about teaching education. If it's women empowerment, it's women empowerment. Why do I say this? No one remembers the person that's flaky. No one wants to be around the person that's flaky. You guys know the flaky people. When they call you, why you call them? Bruv, you only want to be my friend when you need something. Who remembers that? So why are you going to listen to the person that is changing their brand every second? You have no credibility. What do you stand for? I'm very real. You're too broke right now to not be. You better be on that Instagram live. You better join me. You better request. Hey, can I jump on the live as well? I gained 75,000 followers from that one quote. And I made £250,000 in pounds by that one quote. That video, I've uploaded this video 4 different times across my social media. This video that I just played has 821,000 views. We just uploaded it again 4 weeks ago, and that video has 400,000 views. And the same people keep coming saying, oh my gosh, Hayley, every single time you post it, I just get convicted. I made it a brand. It's part of my bio. I literally wear hoodies saying you're too broke not to be visible. Why did I do that? When I understood that it's not about how often you hit the tree, but how sharp the axe is. When you hit it once, it will make the tree go down. So what I did is I focused on one lane, and the 2 lanes is speak up visibility. I'm going to empower you to speak. I'm going to empower you to be visible. I'm going to empower you to get your message out there. Now people remember me as not only is this the girl who's too broke not to be visible, they come with a story saying, Hayley, you made me post again. Hayley, you allowed me to. So now when you think of my name, it's not just speaking, you're thinking of me in a niche of this girl's giving me a voice. This girl's encouraged me to post. She's encouraged me to speak. And what you want to do is the association has to give you a feeling. Nostalgia could be it. Energy could be it. What you want to do with your brand is you want someone to feel something. When you think about the greatest speakers, Tony Robbins, energy. When you think about Lisa Nichols, inspiration. When you think about Eric Thomas, motivation. When you think about Brené Brown, vulnerability. There's a feeling attached to something. Maya Angelou, I'm sure you guys know this quote. You won't remember what they say, but you'll always remember how they made you feel. Words have to go to a feeling. Brand has to go towards a feeling. You want it to get to a point where you have such an impact on your brand by the words that you bring and what you communicate that people will talk about it. So KFC running out of chicken was such a big deal, it became national news. If KFC ran out of fries, I promise you that would not be a big thing. It's when they ran out of chicken. The Kardashian family, keeping up with the Kardashians, is coming to an end. Why does it hit the news? Because it's been the longest running TV reality show that we've seen in our time. Shark Tank, Mark Cuban, last season. Why does it become national news? Because when you think Shark Tank, you think Richard Shark, Mark Cuban. It got to a point that the brand became him and he became part of the brand. It does not say Mark Tank no, it's called Shark Tank. But because of Mark Cuban had become such an affiliation of the brand Shark Tank, Mark Cuban stepping down hit national news. Because when you become a brand, when you become a name, when you're associated with something, by the way, I hope you guys know that Mark Cuban hasn't made majority of his money through Shark Tank. It's been through the Dallas Mavericks. But why do we know he's the CEO and the owner of Dallas Mavericks? Shark Tank. So when I'm talking about branding, I'm talking about that one thing. The very thing that you can be in people's faces every single day. And the truth is, for some of you, the reason why you haven't built a personal brand is you care too much what people think. Who watched My Wife and Kids? Put your hand up. You guys know The Therapist. I do not care. Guys, remember that episode? Michael and Jay are going through marital issues. They end up going to the therapist. My heart is open. Jay, I did not like how you just leave the clothes, and then he was like, my heart is open, I'm open to... Anyways, My Wife and Kids. I loved that therapist, specifically for the fact that he'll say, I do not care. And I realized that is the voice you need to have in your head every single time you think someone gives a damn about what you are saying. Because you know what the truth is? Some of you guys, you have made yourself the main character in somebody else's story. And I promise you, I don't care. They don't care as much as you think they do. You have an insecurity, so you've made yourself their main character. You don't be thinking, oh yeah, but what if they keep thinking about, the fact that I haven't been posting? Do you think they care? They actually don't care. That's why you need to post. You care more than they do. That's the reason why you are not posting the way you need to post, because you care more than they do. Some people are like, oh, but what if they think I'm doing too much? Who gives a damn? You're broke. That's why I said you're too broke. Who gives a damn? Oh, but what if Bro, do you think that their opinion is bringing you more money? Bro, you better be on that Instagram live and post every single damn day. Some of you guys have a product. I already told you guys, you better edit that product to different colors. Hi guys, the products. Guys, do you know, I hope you guys know, if you follow me on social media, you're not gonna not hear about my book for the next 2 months. You are gonna know the name, you're even gonna know the chapters of my book. You even think that you wrote the book with me. With how much you're going to hear me talk about the book. Even today, I haven't posted about this book. Don't worry, I'm going to post about the book in a few hours because the UK is 4 hours behind. Don't hear about my book. But if there's one simple thing I want you to take away from branding, be known for... And what is the something? One thing. Please, guys, I don't want it to be that every Monday there's a different story. Guys, do you think EastEnders will ever change that theme song? They could never. But you guys know this bit. What happens when you hear that? What's happened? Someone's died. EastEnders is even done something that there's a story with the theme song. I think about EastEnders, Friends. Every single told you that there's gonna be this way. All right, how about this one? That's so Raven. Into the future, that's so Raven. Yeah, that's me. It's like every single brand has to have a story, has to have a song, has to have a moment, a capture. And if there's anything you want your brand to do, is you want your brand to be known for something, the one thing. Even if you don't know that Raven's psychic, you're gonna know the theme song. You're going to know the theme song. So even the fact that in terms of Dubai, even if you've never been to Dubai, I'm 100% sure you would have heard Habibi, come to Dubai. Every single brand has something that they're known for. The one thing, right? Baby, hold my hand. I'm not gonna lie, guys. In the summer, I had to come off TikTok. It was too much. Everyone was flying out and they used the same song. And you know what the sad thing is? My girl didn't even chop the money, you know? She had a voice, but she didn't have a brand. So you've got the artist who's getting paid because she's a brand. Then you have the voiceover artist that's not a brand and she's not getting paid, but everyone knows her voice. I want you to remember this. A noble name is greater than riches. I have to share this because we are in a generation that wants attention more than integrity. People want to be viral more than they want to be integral. And I just want to say, don't build a brand that your private life isn't ready for yet. A noble name is greater than riches. One thing you don't want to do, and I have to go there in terms of branding, is because the key word in personal brand is the word person. And I feel like we live in a world that people care more about the brand than the term person. Some of you guys will know that I'm a Christian, right? Woman of God, ministry. Guys, if I was drunk and on the clubs twerking, you lot will see that on Shea Borough, I promise you, for free. And the quote will say, woman of God twerking her ass with Ciroc bottle. They will put it there and they'll make it viral, headline news. Why? Because it's out of character. Anytime you do anything out of character, people will go above and beyond to make sure that is your story. It actually doesn't matter what you build. If you don't have the discipline and the character, everything can go in 1 second. Everything can go in 1 minute. Guys, bad decisions impact your life. Something that I generally say to myself, Hayley, let God deal with you privately so the devil can't have you publicly. That's something I say to myself every single day. Deal with yourself privately. Whatever healing you need to do, heal. Because we're living in a time where drama is more important than credibility. And you don't want to feed into people's need for drama, desire for drama. Everyone is looking for the next drama story. Who here you're hoping 2026 is a year that you're booked and busy? Put your hand up. You're like, I want to be booked and busy. She said, yes, music, I get music. I want to be booked and busy. Let me tell you something. If people don't know how to introduce you, you will not be booked and busy. Do you know how many opportunities come to me for speaking opportunities, workshops? And I'm there thinking, who do I put forward? The person who I'm able to think of is the person I'm going to put forward. The person who I'm able to summarize. Some of you guys want job recommendations. If you are not in people's faces about the value you bring, why should they recommend you? Videographer, my guy, anytime anyone needs a videographer, go to Innocent. Why? Because the guy just films consistently. Photographer, Innocent. Why? Because I know what he does. If I didn't know what he does, I wouldn't be referring him. And also, the amazing thing about working with a videographer, Innocent is not here being a bartender. He's not out here pouring drinks and saying, guys, come and drink Ciroc. The guy's filming. That's what I mean. One thing. Known for something. What is it? Video, photography. So anytime I'm thinking events, I'm like, Innocent, are you available? Do they know what you bring to the table? This is now the maximum. This is now the point you want to be in. Not that they know your values, they know what you stand for. No, do they know what you bring to the table? That's when you're now going to the paid element. So if you want to get paid, you need to be an expert and people need to know what you do. If you cannot do it, Do not book it. The issue that I'm finding with this generation, you're so hungry for money that you're willing to be incompetent enough to do it so you can get paid. Incompetence will never pay you. Because if you don't do a good enough job, trust me, the word will go around faster than if you do a good job. So there's been times in my younger years when I wanted to be speaking, I wanted to be booked and busy, then someone would be like, yeah, Hayley, do you think you can speak about the diaspora and the global warming? I said, yeah. I can do it. And this is pre-ChatGPT. I'm from Africa. In Africa, there's trees. We have trees and oxygen. Africa is overpopulated. We don't want to be overpopulated. Do you understand? So now, people, and guys, I'm joking. I have never done this before. But I'm giving you an example of when you are so desperate, you're willing to be incompetent and it will cost you more than the invoice. So sometimes we find ourselves saying yes for something that isn't actually for you. And can I tell you guys something? For anybody who believes in God, I just want to put this in here. Sometimes God will test you by putting you in a room to see if you're greedy or whether you're willing to bless the sister that actually needs it. You know, there's been rooms and opportunities that God will bring me into, not for my speaking engagement, but for somebody else's speaking engagement. So straight away, he'll bring me in front of someone and I'm like, they're talking to me like, yeah, do you know anybody that speaks about politics? I'm like, oh yeah, the budget is 10,000. I'm like, I'll give it to Princess. And something I've learned is those who are faithful with few shall be ruler over many.